What is up, YouTube fam? Robbie C here. Today we are at John LeMaster Civitan Park, and you know, it's the end of the month, which means we got something special for you guys. That's right, it's subscription box time. But seriously, how are you doing today, Sam? Are you having a good one?
So catch me if I fall.
Foundation subscription box is a monthly subscription that they have for $45. You get 3 awesome discs, usually at least 1 custom stamped. This one was the February subscription box. So for February, we had the opportunity to celebrate 5 years of Foundation as a company, and we got some really cool discs as well as a swag item. So we actually had 4 discs in this one. We got a twin pair of PA3s in the I don't know what plastic, but yeah, with the Foundation script stamp. Super cool. We also got this really cool 5-year anniversary black ESP bud, or I guess it's Z, I don't know. I should not try to name the plastics because yeah, they're not going to be there. As well as a Halo T-Bird, which is super sick with the 1-line stamp on it. Really awesome. And then a gold Foundation patch. How about that, guy? That's every box comes with a swag item. And then this one actually has a certificate of authenticity to let me know it was legit. The theme changes every month. We'll talk about this month's theme as we get further into the video for you guys to check out. So yeah, let's head to hole 1. All right, so here we are, 370 feet off to the left there, red basket. We're gonna go with the T-Bird to start off and see what we can do. A little bit of a headwind. Yeah, see? She had a lot of turn to her. Threw her a little nose up, but it didn't burn all the way over, so these Halo T-Birds, pretty stable. We also have this really cool Foundation sent me alongside this box. They sent me this disc dot like resin mini. Super cool. We're gonna see how the PA3 holds up on a little bit of a forehand here. I don't really want to trust it in this Anheuser. So for some reason throwing the forehand makes more sense to me. That's why it made more sense, because it just went next to the basket. You know, that's my throwing PA3. This is obviously my putting PA3. So you keep them nice and seasoned for different reasons. No, I think that's really cool in this box, the fact that they sent you like a pair of them, because let's be honest, being in Trevor's situation where you're putting with one candy, that's tough. Now let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, which is the ink on the arm. I want to go ahead and let you guys know the beautiful part about filming and doing all this is we're a little bit ahead of schedule. So I had some videos later last year where I had like a sleeve looking type deal. It was a temporary tattoo sleeve that I wanted to try out to see, hey, how do I feel about like actually having ink down there, things like that. How does it look? Can I get used to it? And I really enjoyed it. So we went and got tattooed. At the time that I'm filming this video, I actually haven't gotten tattooed yet. The videos that I'm shooting today are actually coming out a week after videos that came out last week. Basically, I don't always shoot in order. The way that you guys see the videos coming out on the channel isn't the actual order that I shoot them. But the ink that you did see in the bag and in the putter blend video are actually, it's real, it's permanent, so super stoked for it. What a time. 250 feet. We're gonna go with the buzz here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go with the throwing PA3. We're gonna go with the throwing PA3 and see how big we are. We are playing into a headwind. I would not describe Civitan as normally being windy, but the last 2 times that we've played it, especially on camera, it has indeed been a little windy. So lots of people go like a big hyzer over the top. I'm gonna try to just pump this right down at it because there's wind. I was just telling someone on hole 1 who was getting frustrated that his like forehands were all turning over. I feel like when you play into wind, you can picture like a little graphic here that there's like this wind beam coming across here. And then any shots below it are just going to be forced to the ground. And if you get above it, that's where you get that extra glide that you're looking for. But the key is when you throw high above it, you don't want to go so nose up that it fades out and gets like too overstable, things like that. So you still want to throw somewhat high and get that nose down. to the drop zone. A 3 is gonna be one of the least common scores that you see on this hole, because most of the time, if you make it onto the island, most people are making a 2. And most of the time that people got to putt in this drop zone, they're making a 4. So let's see if we can't be special here and get ourselves that illustrious par 3. Yep. Birdie fam was licking their chops on that one because they were like, hey, if he misses this putt, that's a bogey. And that's 1 disc going to us. But everybody trying to say that these PA3s don't have glide. Now, let's talk about the subscription box, because the subscription box comes every single month. One of the beautiful parts about it is that you get the chance to try out a lot of discs that you may not actually try normally. And with $45 for a box, you get a swag item. If we just say the swag item doesn't count, completely free. You're paying $15 a disc, which is about the cost of like a base plastic putter, not including custom stamp premium disc, custom stamp halo disc. Both of these are going to run you more than $15. You get the opportunity to, like I said, try some stuff that you don't normally try. This theme for February was the 5-year anniversary box. The first box of the year was the Connor box, which came with a Shaman, Passion, all custom stamped once again. Really, really cool options. Last year we had a Brody box, we had a Trevor box, we had a Robbie box that had a Pig, a Sting, and an Origin inside of it. So really, really cool options that are out there and available. They do a great job with the theme each month. This month, since this is coming out at the end of the month, I'll go ahead and tell you, the theme is the Fieldwork box. A lot of point and shoot type discs with a custom stamp option in there as well. We're gonna be reviewing these boxes every month. So we're dropping this obviously in March, but we'll have March's box actually drop in April so you guys can see it. Really looking forward to the point and shoot box and the Fieldwork box. It's gonna be amazing. Just a couple days left to jump in on that box and get those options. So you're gonna wanna check it out, foundationdiscs.com. Now we probably should have thrown it on the last hole, but we didn't. So we're going with the Buzz, 275 feet, just right up there, uphill the entire way. Probably plays like 300, a little farther. So we're gonna try. I don't bag a Buzz, and that's what's cool about this. I don't bag a T-Bird, I don't bag a Buzz, and it's been a minute since I had a PA3s, so really cool opportunity. Okay, I gotta pull that on some Anheuser, more stable than I gave it credit for. It's just a nice stable Buzz. Kind of in between these two baskets. I'm gonna grab my throwing PA3, not my putting PA3. That would have been cool. That would have been real cool. Grab my putting PA3 now that you know the throwing PA3 decided it didn't want to go in the basket. Lame. Here, I'll go ahead and let you. Well, there it is, guys. I mean, that's the difference right there. The throwing PA3 doesn't want to go in the basket. I mean, you saw it here. That's just undeniable facts. When I play these weird rounds, I can put some like extra stuff in my cargo pant pockets. But these shorts don't have cargo pant pockets. Got some sharp stuff in my back pocket. I want to like move further in on the getting to try discs part of this box experience, and that is, if you are, I really think that trying new discs becomes a powerful tool for honestly a lot of folks, because for me personally, like, I'm a person that my bag does not change very often at all. It's not that I don't want to try new molds, but in a circumstance where a new mold comes out and I'm heavily invested in an old mold, I have a lot of copies of it, it's very hard for me to think about trying to move away from that old mold, not just because of the throwing aspect of it, but also like, am I going to sell all the extra copies that I have of that other mold, things like that. The subscription box introduced me to a mold that I never would have tried, never would have been curious about. I would have heard people talk about it, had thoughts, but the Stalker actually came in the Trevor Stop box because Trevor threw a Stalker for a while, had an ESP Stalker in there, and I was like, wow, this is one of the coolest looking ESP Stalkers I've ever seen. And so because it was cool, it came in this box, I ended up trying it, fell in love with it, and now I'm in a world where I'm reshaping my bag, and the Stalker is one of those molds that I'm making sure has a place inside of my bag, simply because I tried it out in the subscription box. So if you're a new player and you really haven't built those habits yet, haven't built those discs that you really love and have fallen to like truly care for, subscription box is a great way to try a bunch of new discs. So the last time that I played this hole, I had the easiest 3 that I've ever had in my life. I threw a felon up the right side, faded in, had a little pitch over to the basket, and even screwed up the pitch putt, or like the pitch, and left myself with a harder putt than necessary, but I got there. So we don't have a felon, but we do have a Halo T-Bird. It's a little domey. It's got some significant dome to it. So we're gonna try to just pump it, honestly, right at that middle tree. And if we hit that middle tree, we have succeeded. We have succeedingly failed. That's not bad. Definitely 2 inside. I put it on hyzer, and that's one of the big things that I would always encourage people. If you don't know what a disc is gonna do when you're gonna throw it, put it on hyzer. Because worst case scenario, it leans into that hyzer shot and it does what you wanted it to do. Other case scenario, it stands up, and even if it's flippy, it's not going to go as far flipped over as you thought it was going to because you put it on hyzer to start. So hyzer is your friend. Another beautiful part about throwing the hyzer like forehand here is that this is like really thick. So most of the time, even if you're early, you don't end up like punching in. We're going to grab our throwing PA3. And some of you at this point may be asking, how do you know which one's the throwing one and which one's the putting one? Did you mark them? To which I'm gonna say, every twin's fear. Did your parents mark you when you were born or something like that? Or have I switched them up and I'm just so confident I'm speaking that this has to be it? How would they know? You know? Did it go great? No, it didn't. Let's see if we would have gone with just the T-Bird here. That hit the basket. The throwing PA3s go into the birdie fam. Betray me once, shame on you. Betray me twice. I mean, it's really shame on me. I'm the one throwing it wrong. So I can't really back the camera up anymore because there's a wood line right here, but PA3's right here. Let's make a putt for 4, shall we? Both right, both not good putts. Why are you putting to the camera, Dennis? Why are you putting to the camera, bro? Putt to the basket, bro. Easy as 3. That's even easier than the 3 I would have made last time. But silly old Mr. Dennis over here, silly Mr. YouTube man, we gotta throw the PA3. Throw the throwing PA3. It'll be cool, they said. You'll love it, they said. Here we are, hole 18, 330 feet, par 3. For reference, we always got to do it. 6'3". That's how big the gap is. This is a hole that I think a lot of people come out and like throw a distance driver on, things like that. If I'm playing to the silver basket, which is in the B location at 450, it is a par 4. I know the T sign doesn't say it's a par 4, but literally everyone and their moms call it a par 4. I've never seen a tournament where it's a par 3. But yeah, the tough part about playing to the red basket is traditionally you can play a short putter up to that like play it up to the bridge. That was the word I was looking for. English language really failed me there for a second, like internally. You can go bigger out to the basket. Red basket sits on a cliff, so you can't necessarily do that, but it's not that fun. We've thrown the PA3 a lot, and obviously we're in a little bit of turmoil about that. So 330 feet, it's downhill. We're gonna try to pump this buzz. It had a little stability, so I'm actually gonna try to throw it flat, a little bit of anhyzer. I think it's okay if I pull it to the right, because there's more room on the right, and then it can just fade down. So there's a little more room on the right. Is there that much room on the right? No. The good news is that because we hit that tree on the immediate right so hard, it ended up farther in here than I would have anticipated. We're gonna go throwing PA3, give you one last chance, as Ariana Grande would say. One last time. Yep, you're done. Buzz on a forehand, hang it high, let it skip on over there. Get in. Don't lie to me, commenters. Don't lie to me. You thought that was going in. We'll probably keep the buzz. We'll probably give away the other two. That is gonna wrap it up for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, we'll keep the buzz. The other three, giving away to the Birdie fam. Have a good time with it. Really, thanks to Foundation for sending an amazing box. Other than one shank on the last hole, I feel like we played okay. Had a couple highlight possible moments. A couple highlight moments, you know, drilling that putt on 13 or on 6. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Please make it fantastic for someone else too. Make sure you head over to foundationdisc.com and check out subscription boxes. Once again, there's a finite amount of spots of them. So make sure you go check, see if they're available. In the meantime, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please make it fantastic for someone else too. But for now, we're gonna leave you with the birdie.